Hey everybody, Beth Helvey with Michael Saunders and Company, and I hope you're doing good. Our weather got a little bit warmer this last weekend and the windows were open, so we're all sneezing like crazy because now it's also pollen season. So what we're going to talk about today is lien searches. When you go to close on your property as a buyer, you are going to pay for something called a municipal lien search. It's $100 to $150. It's closer to the $100 mark, typically speaking. What is this? So you know that when you close on a property, hey Mike, you're going to pay for title and you're going to make sure that you get clear title with no clouds. Clear title with no clouds means that nobody basically has a claim to it. There's other things, but that's another video. So a lot of things people will do is say, well, do I really have to have a lien search? Now, I had a broker who used to say the phrase, don't be penny wise and pound foolish. And here's why. He's right on this one. What a lien search does is it makes sure that nobody's put a lien on your house. This is really important because unlike some other things that travel with the person who owns the house, a lien stays attached to the house. What they're doing is they're looking for something like simple stuff. Did they pay their electric bill? Did they pay their water bill if they paid one? Did they pay their cable bill? If they didn't, hey Peter, then there's a possibility that you're going to move in and get smacked with a multiple $100 water bill. And guess what? You're going to have to pay it. And you may even have to pay it to get your water turned on. That would really stink, wouldn't it? Especially when you're moving in. Some other things that can happen is that contractors can put liens on your house. So if you have somebody, if you're moving into a house where maybe the homeowner had any kind of work done, they had some plumbing done, and it could even be from years past, electrical work done, maybe they did a remodel and things like that. Some contractors will put a lien on the house at the beginning of the work to guarantee they get paid, and then they remove the lien. Those are one of the things that your contractor should let you know that they're doing. Sometimes what happens is you may need to make sure that the lien got removed, and that's all it takes is a call to this particular person to say, hey dude, the lien's still on here, you got to remove it. And that's what your closing agent will do. They'll get all that stuff settled. Sometimes what happens is you have a property, hey Anna, where there is perhaps the owner no longer lives here and missed a bill or something like that. Or maybe the owner is in a nursing home, or maybe the owner is passed on. And hi Molly, or Nellie, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm not wearing my glasses today. And maybe the heirs or the children or whomever is taking care of their property missed something. It happens. It really happens. And it doesn't mean that anybody's doing anything negligent or being, hey Fred, or being trying to be deceitful. This is life, people. And sometimes it just happens. What'll happen is it'll pop up and then the heirs or the children will take care of it. Sometimes it gets paid at closing or whatever. That's something that can be discussed. But the important thing is you want to make sure that you are not saddled with that lien. Now, if you are buying a foreclosure or a short sale, you really need that search, because I can guarantee you that if the bank, even if they know about extra liens, they're not going to tell you. When they have a property that they're selling as a foreclosure, they wipe their hands of it and move it along, okay? So even if sometimes they know about stuff and they just don't disclose it. And there's all kinds of crazy ways that they can get away with that and loopholes. But that's why when you're buying a foreclosure or a short sale, you need to make sure that you have that information in front of you. Now with a short sale, oftentimes the person who owns the property is still living in it and for whatever reason are unable to make their mortgage payments. When people can't make their mortgage payment, a lot of times the first thing that happens is they quit paying other things. Hey there, how you doing? How you doing, Wesley? And that's just life. So the last thing oftentimes that they will stop paying is their mortgage because they want to stay in their house. So they might be behind on their electric bill. Hey, Greg, they might be behind on their water bill. They might be behind on something else. And this is a way to make sure about that. Hey, Dale. And oftentimes, sometimes they're not telling the truth. Sometimes they're afraid to tell the truth. And sometimes they're just so overwhelmed, they really just don't know. And this is how life is, especially if there's an ill spouse or a spouse who's passed on and the person that's left in the house. Well, thank you. The person that's left in the house is just trying to put their lives back together. And this is how it is. So when your title company says to you, hey, Joseph, do you want a municipal lien search? Yes, you do. The answer is yes, yes, yes. You want to make sure $150, which is the most you're going to pay, is worth the peace of mind knowing that a month in or 15 days into owning your property, you are not slapped with a huge bill that you have to pay. You don't want to call FPL or the water company 3 days before closing and find out that there's a $500 bill that needs to be paid, or else you're not getting any power. Trust me, it's a drop in the bucket compared to your other fees. Pay it. Hey there, Dallas. So that's it on municipal lien searches. They're well worth it. Like I said, sometimes there's people that just don't pay their bills, and then, we just don't know about it. And then there's a lot of people, especially in our area, who just don't know. They've got a lot on their plates. If you have any questions about how municipal lien works or how the search works, drop me a message in the comments or DM me, and I'm happy to answer them. If you have any other questions on real estate, put it in the comments. I'm happy to answer them, or send me a private message. I hope you all have a great day. I haven't even checked the weather today. I think it's supposed to be nice, and we're supposed to get warmer this week. Yay! I'm so happy. I hate the cold. So have a great day. Get outside. It's gorgeous. Wear your sunscreen and drink plenty of water, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye now.